Then make it enough.
It's not.
Then make it. You don't get to give up like that.
Why?
Because you're not a quitter.
Why is it quitting?
Because it's quitting. Look at me. You know where I am. You know where I have been.
Yeah, but I want it.
Mary sure knows how to give terrible advice, doesn't she? In her own unique way, she kind of tipped the scale for Christine, should I stay or should I go, right into the go side. And of course, Christine immediately thought, oh God, I don't want to end up like Mary. That was probably a bit of an eye-opener for her. Mary's brand of wisdom wasn't exactly the stay and be happy type. But honestly, Christine should have seen the writing on the wall when Kody shattered Isabel's heart. I mean, if you're not going to step up when your kid is crushed, the whole "I'm not being intimate with you anymore" thing should have been a pretty clear signal that things weren't going to magically get better. Mary, with her signature charm, tries to tell Christine, you can't quit, and then she flips it on Kody with, joke's on you, I didn't stick around for 20 years. It was only 12. Wow, Mary, that's really convincing. That would make anyone want to stay. Not. And then Christine, bless her heart, quickly finds a match after leaving Arizona. I mean, I get it, took me years to get my life back on track after a terrible breakup. But for Christine to jump back into the dating pool so quickly, that's impressive. It's amazing how people can bounce back faster than you'd expect after something that could easily crush them. As for Mary's little heart-to-heart with Christine, it felt like a not-so-subtle warning. Don't end up as isolated and miserable as I did. It was like a coded message, don't make the same mistake I did. At this point, the diehards, Christine and Mary, didn't even see leaving as an option. And it really wasn't until Kody made the whole no intimacy thing official that Christine finally realized, yeah, this isn't working. We've got so much to dive into today, so let's not waste any time. Let's jump straight into it. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Elena here, and welcome back to my channel reality Nexus X. I just watched the episode of Christine and David's wedding, and let me tell you, that lap dance Christine gave David at the reception was absolutely cringeworthy. It honestly made my skin crawl. It felt like we were all watching some sort of intimate foreplay, and the fact that it was happening at the wedding in front of their families, including Christine's parents and her adult kids, was just, wow. I can't even imagine doing that at 50-something in front of everyone, and especially not knowing it's going to be aired for the whole world to see. As Michael T. put it, or something along those lines, save some of that for the hotel. Translation: Mom, please stop. You could practically see the discomfort on Christine's kids' faces in their confessionals. It was so awkward, and honestly, it's hard not to feel like the old prude in this situation. And here's the thing, just because Christine couldn't do all this before doesn't mean she needed to go full throttle and embarrass herself. It was way too much. David, for his part, seems ridiculously patient, letting her do whatever she wants, but I can't help but wonder if he's genuinely okay with it, or if he's just going along with whatever she decides in the moment. It's exhausting, honestly. People like Christine are fun at first, but living with them, that constant needing to do something energy, and the inability to stop when told, exhausting. Don't get me wrong, I do like her, but emotionally, she's about 12. It's clear from her attitude about not caring what her kids think. It says a lot. She's in this whirlwind romance, and sure, she deserves happiness, but not at the cost of throwing her kids under the bus. That whole 6 weeks and thing. She needs to balance that excitement with some responsibility. It's not just about her anymore. And here's my unpopular opinion. Christine married into a polygamous family because she wanted the polygamous lifestyle, but at the same time, she craved all the attention that comes with a traditional marriage. Before Robyn came along, she was the one vying for all the attention, and she didn't like having to share that spotlight. I'm not a Robyn fan either, but Christine's attitude definitely shifted once she had to compete. I'm glad she found her confidence after leaving Kody, but honestly, it's all just a bit too much now. She's a great mom to her all kids, but everything else. Meh. Too much. Kody and Robyn's only real option for keeping their McMansion is to find another wife, because let's be real, Mary's got her BNB and her MLM scheme. Janelle's all about her farm and her own MLM hustle, and Christine, well, she's out here thriving with her book, 2 BNBS, and her MLM side gig. Kody and Robyn. Oh, they've got the show, just the show. If they want to stay in their palace, it's clear what needs to happen. Time to start courting another wife. Now, would I ever buy a book about Kody and Robyn? Or sit through a show with just the two of them? Not a chance. But would I watch a show where Kody gets another lightning bolt to the chest and starts courting a new wife? Absolutely. Hard. I'm talking about real drama here. Picture Robyn crying as Kody kisses another woman, Saul and Ari sitting there, forced to watch their dad date someone else. Maybe, just maybe, that'll make Robyn develop a shred of empathy for the original wives and their kids. Then again, I don't think Sabin has the capacity for empathy. But hey, I'm still down for the spectacle. As for the whole another wife thing, never gonna happen. The only reason Robyn even brought it up in the latest promo was to stay relevant. She knows it's not happening. Hell, they both know it's just a setup for the promo. There's no way another wife is coming into the picture. Plus, Kody's completely out of touch with that faith now, so there's zero legitimate reason for him to marry again. If, by some miracle, a new wife did appear, she'd have to not only be working but wealthy, because someone's got to pick up the slack the OG 3 left behind. And she'd have to be young enough to pump out a few more kids for Kody's celestial kingdom. Yeah, that's totally realistic, right? I don't see that happening. And let's be honest, the only way that show would be worth watching is for Robyn's reaction. So, I'm on my 6th rewatch of the show. I mean, once I'm done with all my other reality shows, I guess I'll just be stuck in this mess forever. And you know what? I'm starting to notice something I can't unsee. Robyn's daughters have serious pick-me energy. I'm not the only one noticing this, right? Do you think Robyn gives them a little coaching session before they go in front of the cameras? Like, all right, girls, here's how you make it look like you actually care for the cameras, but don't go overboard with emotion or anything that might look too real. Case in point, I was watching this one moment where Hunter comes back from his Air Force camp during Thanksgiving, and Robyn's daughters are practically charging him, trying to be the first to hug him. It was so forced. Honestly, I've always thought her kids were a bit immature and clueless when it comes to basic life skills. But now, I'm convinced she's basically holding a how to act on TV seminar for them, prepping them for when the cameras roll. And let's not even get started on the group interview scenes. Robyn completely takes over every single one. Seriously, whenever they talk about family morals or goals, she's the loudest one, going off like she's been in the family for years. Like, wait, didn't you just show up, girl? The more I watch, the more I'm seeing how manipulative Robyn really is. Am I the only one who sees this? But the real cringeworthy moment was when Kody and Robyn tried to get the kids to act more excited about the adoption. Aurora's crying from excitement, like, girl, chill, and Bree and Dayton look like they're about to fall asleep. They're clearly forcing these reactions, and then get mad when it's not going as planned. Like, maybe stop trying to force these kids into this emotional box you've built for them. Oh, and Robyn completely glossed over the fact that their bio dad had to give up his rights. Imagine the trauma for those kids, being told to cry because you're happy when you don't even fully understand what's going on. It's honestly wild. Honestly, the adoption situation makes zero sense. Preston's still alive and has a relationship with the kids. Dayton changes his name back, and Robyn is still pulling all the strings. It's creepy how much control she has, and it's honestly disturbing to watch. And let's be real, most of the people on that show have pick-me energy. But yeah, I definitely think Robyn coached her kids for the cameras. No doubt. Absolutely. At the same time, I get the sense that Aurora, who definitely has some serious anxiety, just acts the way she does because of how stifled and dependent Robyn makes her. It's like she's been conditioned since birth to just mirror whatever Robyn does. The lines between actual danger and emotional manipulation are so blurred, it's no wonder the kids are all kinds of messed up. So, I'm rewatching the seasons because I'm sick and have nothing better to do, lol. And guess what I realized? Kody casually mentions that Janelle was married before. Yeah, I completely missed or forgot that detail. So, I googled it, because why not? And turns out, she was married to Mary's brother. That's right, Mary's brother. Can't say that's not a juicy little tidbit. Now, if we rewind to the show, Mary and Janelle do that whole "we didn't get along at first" song and dance. They claim they didn't know how to make it work. Shocking, right? But honestly, I kind of get why Mary had issues with Janelle. I mean, can you blame her? You leave my brother and then want to marry my man. Yeah, I'm side-eyeing you too. But here's the kicker. I'm fully convinced Kody put Mary in the backseat when he married Janelle, which definitely didn't help the situation. I mean, how could it? But hey, at least Mary finally had one kid, so there's that. Then there's Christine. Poor Christine. She never stood a chance in that marriage. Kody wasn't interested in her for her. He married her for the family. It was clear he and Janelle wanted a third wife to help with the kids while they had their hot love affair. That's probably why Janelle always referred to the whole arrangement as easy. Meanwhile, Mary and Christine were stuck working on their marriages like they were the problem. Oh, and don't forget about Christine's baby-making advantage. Once she wasn't popping out kids anymore, Kody decided it was a sexless marriage. Can't say I blame him though. No more babies, no more fun, right? Kody was pretty upfront about how he saw Christine's role in the marriage during that therapy vacation, insisting on making a rock sculpture that represented the family, not them as a couple. If that wasn't Christine's OSH*T moment, I don't know what was. She realized she was in the same boat as Mary. Talk about a rude awakening. Now, about Janelle's divorce from Adam. It was already in the works before she met Kody. And guess what? The Barber family, including Mary, stayed cordial with Janelle throughout the whole thing. Janelle and Adam were so chill with each other that they kept going to events together while the divorce was happening. After the divorce, Janelle dated other men and completely brushed Kody off, while he, of course, subtly pursued her. But here's where Mary and Janelle's drama doesn't line up with the divorce. Mary being awful to Janelle had absolutely nothing to do with Janelle and Adam's divorce. Mary herself admits that she was just jealous. After being monogamous for 3 years, she suddenly had to deal with her husband having loud sex with another woman right next door. Yeah, I'd be pissed too. It's funny, though, how the production team decided to frame the whole Janelle-Mary feud around something as trivial as kitchen duties. Like, really? They knew full well the real story would look so dysfunctional that viewers might actually have questions. So, better to make it look like petty women's drama than show the actual chaos, right? Honestly, if viewers had seen the start of Janelle and Kody's relationship, I bet people would have pegged Janelle as the problem from the get-go. Kinda like how people view Robyn now. Kody, and his amazing sense of self-importance, I mean, did anyone else have to clutch their pearls when he started talking about his pecs and six-pack abs during that season 18 tell-all? Really? That's the hill he's choosing to die on, his abs. Now, imagine if Janelle had said something like, "He just uses me for my great breasts and sexual appetite." Yeah, I don't think he'd be too happy about that, would he? But of course, he can say whatever he wants, right? He's Kody. Janelle, on the other hand, has repeatedly said she loved their conversations, their life together, and yes, even their sex life. It wasn't just some one-dimensional relationship, but sure, let's ignore all of that. He's going to act like she was only there to use him as a resource. Really? Kody, sweetie, you might want to rethink that one. Janelle was the wife who asked for the least from him. She gave him the male children he craved so much, practically never demanded his time or attention. And let's not forget, Christine even said Janelle always defended him. But now suddenly, it's like he's rewriting history just to paint her as some sort of emotional leech. It's honestly pathetic how much he can't stand being held accountable for his actions. He's like a little child throwing a tantrum because someone dared to call him out. And let's be real here, he totally misses Janelle and has no idea what went wrong. Newsflash, buddy. Maybe try choosing your kids or choosing me for once. But really, let's talk about Kody's projection problem. He used his wives as a way to build his gaggle of kids and chase after a planet in the afterlife. Oh, and let's not forget, he had their paychecks too. So, of course, now they're the ones using him, right? Makes perfect sense. I'm sure Kody doesn't even get that people have actual emotions, love, empathy, friendship, things he can't seem to comprehend because, well, he's never needed them. If you don't provide for him, you're nothing. Simple as that. Oh, and did anyone catch the shift in Janelle's expression when she talked to him? You could practically see the respect draining out of her face. It was subtle, but it was there. And don't even get me started on Kody claiming that Janelle and Christine begged to be part of his family, panting after him like dogs. Please. Janelle was new to the whole idea of polygamy, just divorced, and trying to figure out what she wanted in life. Kody, who was struggling with Mary, led her on and made her feel like he actually wanted her. It wasn't like she was desperately chasing him. He was the one who said, "You should be part of our family." Oh, but of course, Kody's going to pretend he didn't encourage that. Classic move. And don't forget, his little cult has a special way of doing things. In this messed up AUB world, it's normal for the woman to approach the man and say she feels called to join his family. So for Kody to act like they weren't led on by him is absolute bull. As for Robyn, let's just say she zeroed in on Kody like a hawk, and he loved every second of it. But hey, let's just keep pretending Kody wasn't the one doing the leading and rewriting the entire history to suit his narrative. It's cruel, it's manipulative, and it's getting old, the infamous pond at Coyote Pass. Rewatching this now, I can't decide if it's because it's been a while or if I just don't pay full attention when I watch honestly. Probably both, but the sheer level of drama over a pond that's not even really a pond at the time was just ridiculous. I mean, Mary's out here talking about wanting a deck, which sure makes it sound like the pond's this picturesque, serene spot. But spoiler alert, it's a dry, empty hole in the ground. And then there's Janelle, thinking this place would be perfect because it's got fish potential. Fish! In a ditch that looks more like a muddy donut than a fishing hole. Good luck with that. The fact that no one thought, hey, maybe we shouldn't let the kids swim in this filthy, stagnant runoff had me shaking my head. But hey, they've all got their favorites, so I guess no one wanted to raise a fuss. What a group of messes. And the best part, the total lack of research on the land. Like, how did nobody notice this is essentially a runoff ditch? It's filled with prairie dogs, there's no water, no septic, no utilities, and definitely no paved roads. But sure, let's move the whole family here, no problem. Janelle, the supposed family intellectual, seriously thought this ditch could water her farm to table dreams. What a genius move. I wouldn't buy property next to a played pond, let alone the one sitting in it. Now, let's talk about Mary and her love for the much nicer property she liked, Cottonwood. But no, Robyn had her heart set on Coyote Pass, so naturally, they bought the overpriced, underwhelming land they couldn't afford. Because why would logic play into their decisions, right? Before they sold the Vegas houses and poured a ton of cash into Coyote Pass, Christine had this wild idea. Maybe sell the Vegas houses first, then find the right property to buy. How revolutionary. But no, that wasn't the plan. And guess what? Mary did suggest holding off on buying anything until they all agree on a place. But who listens to Mary, really? Here's my conspiracy theory. Kody and Robyn had already picked out a house in Flagstaff before telling the rest of the group. They made their decision, then dropped the bomb on the OG3 and the whole Flagstaff move. Don't buy into the story about Dayton picking an out-of-state college. No way Robyn would let her kids go that far away without her control. And isn't it just so convenient that Robyn's McMansion was right next to Coyote Pass? Just saying. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.